Have you ever picked something up with zero expectations and just completely blindsides you? That's exactly what happened with me with this knife. I wasn't hunting for it, I didn't even know the brand existed. And honestly, if I saw this online, I probably would have scrolled just past it. But the second I pulled this out of the sheath, it was over. This is the BMKT EDC1, and this might be one of the most slept on EDC fixed blades I've ever handled. So let's check it out and get into it. So quick backstory. I was back home in Springfield, Missouri over Easter weekend visiting some family, and I stopped by a local shop called Springfield EDC. It's a super cool spot if you've ever been in the area. And they had this sitting amongst a pile of other pre-owned knives. Think Civivis, Vosteeds, Kaisers, and then this guy was just sitting right in the midst of them. Pre-owned, $90. Now at first, I didn't really think much of it. I couldn't really tell much with it still in the sheath. So of course, I slid it out and I was greeted with this sight. Now, I'd never even heard of this company, BMKT, before, and I didn't know anything about this knife, and all I had were the first impressions of just having the knife in hand in that moment. And I've always heard first impressions were important, and it could not have been any more true, as the knife just immediately melted into my hand perfectly. I knew I had to have it. Like instantly one of those, yeah, this is coming home with me moments. Come to find out, these retail for $190 new, they're serialized, only 300 made, and this one is $149. So yeah, I walked out with it for $90, feeling like I absolutely stole something. So what is this thing? This is the BMKT EDC1 Bowie, a compact fixed blade designed for everyday carry and utility use. And right off the bat, the vibe from you get from this knife is just simplicity done well, like really, really well. There's nothing flashy here, just clean lines, great materials, and a design that clearly prioritizes how it actually feels in hand. And that's the thing that stood out to me pretty immediately. The knife just doesn't look good, which it does. It just feels right. I can get all 4 fingers on the handle, and the micarta feels grippy and just extremely comfortable to hold. This seriously feels like the Goldilocks size for a small pocket EDC fixed blade. Let's talk specs real quick. Featuring an overall length of 6.68 inches and then a blade length of 2.95 inches, it fits in a really nice little sweet spot. And here it is compared to the Luft Concepts LTL along with the Concept Par. And you can see it fits really similar between the two. With this knife, you're getting an M390 blade, which is already a really big win. Really great edge retention, solid corrosion resistance, just an all-around excellent steel for something you're actually going to use every day. And these handle scales are micarta, which I absolutely love. They're slightly grippy, almost kind of an organic feeling, especially once they break in for a little bit. It's one of these materials that just gets better the more you carry it. And then this thing is individually handcrafted in Canada, which definitely adds to the small batch, high quality feeling of this knife. And again, only 300 of these were made. So you're not just getting a knife, you're getting something a little bit more limited, a little more unique. This is only my second knife that is numbered like this outside of some special edition Kaisers. So it's pretty cool I managed to snag something so limited for the price I paid. Now I want to talk about one of the biggest selling points for this knife, and it's the ergonomics. And this is where the knife just absolutely shines. The second I grabbed it, it just melted into my hand. The contouring, the shape, the balance, everything just lines up really nicely. It just feels locked in without being too aggressive. You're not fighting the knife at all, it just naturally sits where it's supposed to. And for a fixed blade in this size range, that's pretty big. And because a lot of times, smaller fixed blades can feel a little awkward or cramped, but this one doesn't. It feels like it was designed specifically to be used, not just looked at. I have small to medium-sized hands, it just fits perfectly on this handle. There's even a lanyard hole here in the back if you want to add one for just a little bit more grip. I actually added one not for more grip, just because I've been simply dropping this in the pocket and it makes it a little bit easier to fish it out. Now as far as carry goes, this comes with a really small fold-over taco-style Kydex sheath, and honestly it's a really good one. It's super minimal, great retention, really nice clean click when it locks in. There's no rattling, no weird movement, it just does exactly what you want it to do. It even features a really nice small drainage hole on one side. Now the downside is, it didn't come with any type of belt attachment. No clip, no loops, nothing really like that. And looking online, it appears these came with a small plastic loop, but since I picked this up secondhand, nada. I could add a small ulti-clip if I wanted and just clip it to the pocket, or add some soft loops and carry it on the belt, but I've simply been dropping this in my pocket and I found it works really well just because how thin it is. Because of the size and just slim profile, it actually works really well just dropped in the pocket. It's not bulky, it's not getting in the way, it just kind of disappears out of place. Now let's talk value, because this is where things get a little interesting. I paid $90 for this. And at $90, This is an absolute no-brainer, like not even a question. M390 blade, micarta handles, handmade, limited run. It's kind of ridiculous. But now at the full retail price of $190, this is where you have to think about it just a little bit more. It's still a great knife, the quality is there, and the materials are here. But now you're in a range where there's a lot of competition. That being said, the fit and finish, the ergonomics, and the fact that it's small batch, handcrafted piece, I still think it holds its own. Especially if you value something that feels a little bit more unique, I 100% think the value's here. Now for some quick pros and cons. Some pros, number one is ergonomics. This thing is just so comfortable to hold in hand, easily the standout feature. Love how this fits in my hand, works so great. Number two, premium materials. You have an M390 blade, micarta handle, just really great killer combo there. Number three, build quality. These are handcrafted in small batches and it shows. Just feels really solid, refined, no sharp edges, just really thought out. Number four, exclusivity. Only 300 of these were made and it's serialized, so that's a pretty cool little factor there. Now for some cons. Honestly, I'm kind of having trouble finding any. You might think that cost is a little too high, but I really disagree. These are handmade in small batches and they carry pretty premium materials, so I think we're set there. The only thing I can think of is brand recognition. If you're somebody who sticks to bigger names, this might fly under your radar. But again, honestly, that's also what kind of makes it pretty cool. At the end of the day, this is one of those knives that remind you why it's worth checking out stuff you've never heard about. Give something else a shot, because sometimes that's where you find gems. I went into this knife with zero expectations, and I walked out with something that's now one of my favorite EDC fixed blades to carry. And this definitely won't be my last from BMKT. He's got a bunch of other designs. If they're anything like this, I'm going to be needing to get my hands on a few more. If you guys enjoyed this one, drop a like, subscribe if you're not already, and let me know down in the comments. Have you ever bought something on a whim that ended up being way better than you expected? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.